Hey everyone, Dr. Charlie Johnson, a physical therapist and back pain specialist, as well as author of Itty Bitty Book About Lower Back Pain, the ultimate self-help guide for those seeking natural relief. So, welcome. This is a video that's going to chat about the first step that you need to consider if you're looking for natural relief from lower back pain. So there's no right or wrong answer to this, but it's an exercise that you can do in the comfort of your own home to sort of get a grip on what's going on with your back pain. And sort of from this video, we'll consider the different types of back pain that you could have and what we can do about it, all right? So here's an exercise. Literally what I want you to do if you're watching this video is I want you to take out a piece of paper and sort of write these things down. So you're going to go along with me, okay? So this is a self Q&A if you have lower back pain, so a question and answer. So if you were to come into my clinic and I was to see you for lower back pain, the first thing I would do is I would ask you a bunch of questions, all right? So you have to do this on your own, and I'm going to help guide you through it, all right? So you're going to take out a piece of paper, and you're going to write what, where, when, and then you're going to worst and better, and then how long. And then you're going to draw this little gingerbread man, okay? And then you're going to put a little red flag down here. Or you can just write red flag, okay? So I'll give you a minute to do that. And the purpose of this exercise is that I want you to get in touch with your pain. So I want you to learn what makes it feel better, what makes it feel worse, where actually you're feeling your pain, what caused it, all of those things. So this way we can have a better idea of how we can get you back to normal, okay? So first step, by now you should have this written down. What caused it? Again, there's no right or wrong answers. You customize this to your particular issue, all right? So what caused it? Many of you are going to write, I don't know, and that's okay. But some of you will write, hey, I was deadlifting, or hey, I was lifting something in my garage, or I was bending over tying my shoes, or I twisted, or I was playing tennis, or running. Whatever it may be, if you have any idea as to what could have caused your lower back pain, you're going to write that down. So in healthcare, we call that a mechanism, like a mechanism of injury. How did you injure yourself? And what's interesting about back pain is a lot of times it's just something that gradually comes on over time, goes away, and comes back, okay? So what caused the back pain? So that's the first thing you're going to write down. Again, no right or wrong answer. The next thing, we want to know where you're feeling your back pain. So there are different types of back pain, as you may have seen in some of my other videos. But really, you're going to, after you draw this gingerbread man, take a marker, your favorite color, whatever, and just mark where you're feeling it. You might just put a mark central in your lower back. That's fine, all right? You might put a mark here and then draw some, and you might feel some in the buttock. You might have very little pain in the buttock, but you actually feel some of it in the hamstring or into the calf. Or you might feel it on both sides. It doesn't matter wherever you feel any form of sensation, so pain, numbness, or tingling, okay? Write down where you feel it, and then maybe write down a descriptor of sort of what that feels like. So does it feel hot? Does it feel burny? Does it feel sharp? Does it feel achy? All of those things will help us and sort of guide us through the process of how to help you out, okay? Now that you know where it is, all right, and you sort of have this body diagram, we want to know when these symptoms are at their best and when they're at their worst. So we want to know, is your pain, numbness, or tingling reproducible, right? So as a physical therapist and you as someone watching this looking for maybe specific exercises for your back pain, what we're trying to do is that we're trying to address a mechanical problem with a mechanical solution. So a mechanical problem such as a certain type of back pain that hurts when you move a certain way often has a mechanical solution, such as exercise or moving your body in a certain mechanical way that can relieve symptoms, okay? So you want to ask yourself these questions. What things make my lower back pain, numbness, or tingling feel worse? And you're going to write those things down, all right? Some common things that we see include bending, lifting, sitting, driving, twisting, walking, standing, sleeping, getting out of bed, and you can include hobbies in there too, gardening, tennis, whatever that may be, okay? So as you can tell, back pain covers a wide range of things, and it can hurt when you do a lot of stuff, all right? But, you know, vacuuming, chores, whatever it may be, you want to write down specifically what things make it feel worse, all right? And I challenge you that if you say everything, while you may think that's true up front, really dig into it, okay? And what I mean by this is that if you think that, say you're just, oh, sitting is the thing that really makes my back pain or leg pain worse, think about really hard, think about sitting, okay? What is it about sitting? So maybe write down sitting, put a bubble around, and then from there, think about what type of surface you're sitting on when it feels worse. Think about, is driving in the car or sitting on my comfy couch worse than if I sit on a harder surface? Or is sitting in my lounge chair better than sitting at my desk, or whatever it may be, okay? So the point is that I challenge you to think about taking sort of these broad activities such as bending, and breaking them down. And maybe it is just sitting or bending that makes it worse, but try to think about what type of sitting or where you're sitting when it's worse. So really try to get to the nitty-gritty details of really what makes you worse, okay? And you might just start to notice a theme, and we'll talk about that, okay? So anything's open game here, okay? And what makes your back pain, numbness, or tingling, back pain or leg numbness or tingling better? So when does it feel at its best? So it's common that people, say, hey, Charlie, it hurts when I sit or when I drive or when I bend, when I lift or when I twist, but actually, walking, I feel great, or standing, I feel great. Or maybe it's just the opposite. You feel worse when you're standing or walking, but sitting and driving, you feel fine, okay? So whatever it is, all right, you're going to write, whatever makes you feel better, you're going to write it down there. So this way you can kind of have a good grasp on what specifically makes you feel better and what makes you feel worse. Because what we realize is that if we can determine what reproduces your pain, numbness, or tingling, then we can often reduce the issue. Okay, so if it's reproducible, it's often reducible. All right, and then just something here should be a pretty quick answer for you. How long? How long has this been going on? Is this something that's acute, meaning it just happened in the last few weeks? You bent something, you bent something. You bent over, you picked something up. That's what happened, and it happened a few days ago. Or are we dealing with something that's been there for months, or maybe for 5, 10, 15, 20 years? You're going to write down how long, because that might give us an expectation of not only how we can manage this, but also how long you could expect for this to recover. So this is really step one in healing your own back pain. It's a self-question and answer to get to the root cause of what could be going on and really help you get in touch with what's going on. So if you enjoyed this video and you found this first step and exercise helpful, then subscribe for more like videos. I'll be including some of the next steps in upcoming videos. Share it, please, with anybody you know who has lower back pain, and or like and comment below. So thanks so much, everyone.